Welcome Transformers fans, my name is Composite EnerJoe and today I'll be bringing you my review of the Transformers Universe Ultra Class Onslaught. Yep, I get to talk about another Ultra Class. The last one I did was Power Glide, and here's his Wave Mate. Was it Wave Mate? Well, Line Mate Onslaught. In his really cool, tough, bulky looking vehicle mode, which is this is a very heavily modified LAV 600 assault vehicle. Well, a SWAT themed LAV 600, and LAV stands for Light Armored Vehicle, which was a military vehicle. And the biggest changes from the real world version to this is that it has these Minesweeper parts, which are, as you can tell, can flip up and down, and has a twin barrel instead of a single barrel on the military version. And on the actual police version of this vehicle, there's no barrel. There's just a place for a police officer to stand on. As you can tell, it can rotate 180. Now, why not 360? I'll explain a little bit later. And then these headlights can also move up and down. I kind of jumped the gun a bit and went over his articulation a bit. But yeah, this is a LAV 600 that has been heavily modified and is SWAT themed. And this is really cool. This is really cool, and it fits the character of Onslaught perfectly. Like, I find that I find this to be the ideal vehicle mode for a character like Onslaught, which is really cool. I just have one question. Why is it SWAT themed? I'm like, this is a military vehicle. They could have just made this military. So why have the police angle to this vehicle, since that's not really Onslaught's thing? I feel that the SWAT theme would have been perfect for maybe an upgraded version of Barricade or maybe another character. But for Onslaught, like, the vehicle mode, I think is fantastic. Especially for the character, with all the nice detailings all over. But yeah, why is it SWAT themed? I'm just wondering why they made that decision. It's kind of a weird call on their part. So, for other stuff, all of the wheels, 5 out of the 6 wheels do move freely, and he can roll very nicely. And except for this one, and there is a reason for it, which I'll get to, well, right now. This guy comes with lights and sounds. Because, as you recall, Ultra Class is a class size that they don't do anymore, which I would like for them to come back. I actually do like this size. It's bigger than a Voyager, but smaller than a Leader. The Leader class, and it's called Ultra Class. And a lot of them, I think almost all of them actually came with lights and sounds. You know, back in the day when figures came with lights and sounds. At least, you know, anything that was Leader, that was like Ultra and Leader class came with lights and sounds. That aside, to access him, he has this red button back here, which gives him 2 sounds by pressing this red button. One is like a car alarm or like part of a siren, and also this lights up. And then the second one is the machine guns, is the guns firing, which lights up down here, and you can actually hold it. And it'll keep firing. And it cycles between those two, so alarm, siren, alarm, siren. I mean, machine guns, but you get me. The other one is that when this wheel moves, it'll cause him to make a sort of driving sound. And stop. He'll do the stopping sound. So that's really neat. So while you have him on another surface, not this one, but you have him on another surface and you can drive him around and you push him, it'll cause him to make a sound like he's driving, which is really neat. And is also chock full of other details. The Monzo, I'm explaining what this means. Monzo was actually a fan, was apparently a famous fan for Transformers, a big Transformers fan, who got his name and his birthday. That's this number, the 12/7/82. That's December 7, 1982, which is his birthday. So that's really neat. That is a very nice thing that Hasbro/Takara did by tampagraphing his name and birthday onto the vehicle, forever having his name memorialized on this figure. That's really cool and sweet of them. I couldn't find out more about who this is. I couldn't find anything. It doesn't help that I was a little lazy on looking it up. But yeah, that's what I found out, that's what this means. There's nothing, it's just the fan name and his birthday. Really neat. So, enough talking about the really nice vehicle mode. Let's get on to his transformation. First step, take these lights, fold them down. That is very important. And I think I already mentioned this lights up. Oh, before that, I might as well show off his accessory. He comes with this shield. It's a shield for his is a riot shield for his robot mode. But for here, you can pop it on top by notching this onto there and feeding this through there. Like that. And it's okay. I kind of like it. It's extra armor. And as you can tell, this can also pop off, so be aware of that. And you can just plug this right... You can plug this right back in, so it's no big deal. And you still have access to his lights and sounds, because this piece of plastic here is on a sort of hinge that allows you to push down and access it, so you can still... It's really cool. So you still have access to the lights and sounds. So put that off to the side, reattach this barrel, and let's get on with our transformation. Lift this up. You can also call this a feature that this hatch can lift up, but that's part of the transformation. Lift that up and then come down here and grab this wheel and then slide this out. Same thing for over here. This is step one. And then start separating them. Then come back here, then wiggle this out to separate this. Then fold this piece in and then slide this in as far as it goes until it can't move any further. Then come down here and fold out this, like so. It's like I did this motion. Fold this out. These are going to be his legs. So then lift this up, fold this piece in, and then close it up, and then it'll peg there. And then take this out, fold this down, and that'll form his leg. And if you want, this is his knee. You can have it be like that or have it out. I like to have that folded out. That's just my personal choice. So yeah, come in here, fold that in, tab it there, fold in, lift up, fold down. And those are his legs. Yeah, his transformation's not too complicated. I found then lift that out if you want. I found Power Glide to be a little bit more complicated than him. So I can come up here, grab this here and split it. Careful there. Split that. Split it apart and then just angle it so that it can be like this. So yeah, make sure the hatch is up. Like that, lift it up, and then we're gonna let me lift up a bit, because he gets pretty tall. And then you can fold this down to have the head, to reveal the head. And then you have to clip this onto here, so fold this down, clip it in there, adjust the arms, fold out the hands, fold out the other hand, and then turn the head. And there we go. That is Onslaught in his really cool looking, very Onslaught-y vehicle mode. I mean robot mode. Yeah, if you're wondering, this is the button that causes the car noises for the wheel. For this wheel. Which is still kind of stiff. But yeah, here it is. And check out that head sculpt. That is a very nice G1-esque style Onslaught head sculpt. That is very well done. And also, the lights and sounds all do work in his robot mode. So you can still press this button and another feed something and something else happens. The face, the actual visor lights up. Which is really cool. The same, he doesn't get any new sounds, but his eyes light up. Which is really neat. And yeah, this is very nice. This is very, and with the gun towers behind him, this looks just like Onslaught. Like I said, this is a perfect design, in my opinion, for Onslaught. I'm just wondering why he's SWAT themed. That's just the one question I have. One decision that I don't get that they made for this character. Let's go into articulation. The head can rotate 360, arms rotate 360, can go out that far. You can they can swivel there at the arm. They can bend. This can move a little bit out if you really wanted to, and also these, like I said, if you really wanted to. And there's also hand rotation. The hand can also swivel, which is really nice. And the other arm has the same amount of articulation and also bending that far. And if you want, you can also bend this a bit. So he has a little bit more wrist articulation. That's more for transformation, but that's if you really want to. His legs can go that far, and he can do a really nice kick. And all of his legs, his leg joints are basically all on ratchet. So he has ratchet hinge, ratchet, and a very nice ratchet knee. And a little bit of up and down on the foot. And rotation there. So yeah, he's got articulation. I would have liked maybe a little bit more, because I'm really liking the figure, but that's just my personal preference, that I would have liked maybe a little bit more articulation. I don't know what, but a little bit more. And also that this part would have tapped in a little bit stronger, but that might just be my copy that having that issue. And yeah. So yeah, overall this is a very, very nice figure. Oh, before let me show off his weapons. You probably notice this piece. There's a button here that you can press to have a flip out gun. So you can have a flip out cannon. And then on this arm, you can flip out this piece, and this will allow you to peg in like that, and then feed it through to peg in the shield. And then he has his riot shield. Which is really cool. Which, funny enough, on the Last Night Barricade, he can also do a riot shield. Like I said, I feel that this the SWAT theme and even the shield would have fit better for maybe a reimagining of Barricade instead of Onslaught. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, whoops. So yeah, my biggest complaint, because I've already said it so many times, is that why is Onslaught SWAT themed? That's basically my one complaint. Other than that, the figure is spectacular. And also, I would have liked maybe a little bit more articulation. Let me adjust him a bit. So yeah, transformation simple, vehicle mode is fantastic. Robot mode is fantastic, and the transformation is nice and straightforward. Nothing too complicated. Plus, he's got a wide range of articulation and pretty cool accessories. And even the lights and sounds are kind of meh. They're okay. Lights and sounds are okay. So, there we go. So, yeah, I guess on to some little details. I already mentioned the Monzo thing being a fan and his birthday being stamped onto there. Onslaught here was repainted and slightly retooled into two other characters. In the same line, he was repainted into the Walmart exclusive Hardhead, which different paint, same everything, just different paint and a different head. And then there was also the Timelines version of Clench, which was also a repaint and different head of this mold. And they were also both Ultra classes, obviously. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, overall, fantastic figure and highly recommend it. I think I may like this. I consider this figure, in terms of the Ultra classes that I have, since I only have one other one that I know of. Yeah, I think the other stuff I have, I don't think they are. Well, I'm just gonna, in the same line of the Universe Ultra classes, the only other one that I know that I have is Power Glide, as of the moment, and I consider this guy a little bit better than Power Glide. At least he's more well proportioned. So yeah, overall, not to diminish Power Glide, I still really like the Power Glide. That Ultra Power Glide, I think, is still fantastic. But this Onslaught, you know what, I'm talking too much. Overall, this is a fantastic figure. Onslaught here, highly recommend it. Just like I said, one thing, why is he SWAT themed? That's it. That's like my one mini gripe about this figure. Because overall, he is fantastic, and I highly, highly recommend it. And that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to say. So yeah, this is Composite EnerJoe. This has been my review of the Transformers Universe Ultra Class Onslaught. This is Composite EnerJoe signing off. Peace out.